guys. This is the Under the Hive of Madness and Jim Dark crew. We are here going over the painting submission for our Halloween painting contest. So we're going to go through all of the various painting submissions we got, go ahead and give our opinions, go ahead and give our votes, and then we're going to tabulate that with everything the community voted on, and we will announce a winner here soon. To give you guys an idea, if this is the first time you've ever seen this, we run a painting contest about 4 times a year. This was our very first one. The theme was single model. We will have rules on our next one out soon because our next one will wrap up or will happen during the Sanguinilla holiday, which is the holiday we are approaching. So first,
Sangria holiday.
The Sangria. That's Citronella. So our very first submission is from Seal Dread. This is the War Boy Gorobaz Brain Snagga, and I think we have some lore to go along with this. If one of you guys wants to read it off,
we gotta find it on Discord. It's lower. Kev. The first one we have is the Commando. Would you like to read, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
pull it closer.
Turn action.
Kevin gonna learn to read.
I already been learned to read.
That Patreon money is really paying off, guys.
Okay, so it's a snake bite. Okay, got it.
Yeah. All right, so we've got Warboy Gorboz Brain Snagga. And he's clan Snake Bites. His current WOG threat is rated at medium. Party medium.
Medium.
Current medium. Segmentum Pacificus. That is the left side of the map for y'all who don't map.
That's me.
Immediately look at Mark for y'all who don't map.
We're gonna call it the Lefticus Ocean, but a bunch of people voted against it.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I like the Lefticus sector.
The Lefticus. Segmentus Lefticus.
Yeah. So good.
And the planet is what is this? Vordrast. Alrighty. So data entry 15924, initializing. The orc war boss known as Gorboz was discovered on Vordrast circa 352 M42. First encounters was when a Mechanicus patrol went to the planet to bring back some valuable research. Shortly after landing, an EMP-like wave echoed across the land, jamming control and communications to the patrol for a few minutes. Very shortly after, the only words to be heard were, "Death to the mech umis." While the patrol was ripped to shreds, a specific part of this recording was recovered 5 years later to show Magos biologist Fatius Zeinen be lifted into the air by some form of unseen force and their limbs ripped off one by one before being slammed into the ground as Gorboz walks up and beats the Magos to death with the quote, "Magorstick and Morkstick are gonna get real comfy in your face, Mekumi."
So
that sounds like a good bad time.
So bonus points are going to be awarded for names and lore attached to your painting. There are 5 bonus points will be awarded for a 1 to 2 sentence limit, 1 paragraph summary. Lore that breathes more life into your submission definitely helps us kind of come up with what we would like to do. Also, for those of you who have extra lore, Seal, that want us to read it, we do have a Tales from the Hive episode style, or a style of episode, bonus episode that we do about once a month, once every other month, where we read lore that is submitted to the podcast. But yeah, so everybody good, immediately awarding 5 points.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
He's got more to read. He's got more to read.
That's not even
There's another paragraph.
But yet there is more.
Yeah, let's get it all in.
Excuse me, sorry.
Epilogue.
Yeah, there's a small epilogue here. It has been 30 years since the last attempt at sending another force out there to deal with the threat. Each time some form of EMP shuts down initial landings. Planetary scans have shown nothing of that magnitude to reside there. If you ask me, Gorboz has some very potent abilities that we have yet to fully grasp. That is, until now. Inquisitor Lean Holstein.
Hey, so it links back in. That's cool. That was that was the Inquisitor in her lore that we read a couple of.
The lore that Seal wrote.
Yeah. So how many community points did Seal get?
I think it was like 6. Was it 16? I don't remember off the top of my head.
We need to have so many windows up right now. We're working on this little itty bitty laptop.
Never mind then.
Seal is sitting at 4 right now.
So 5 bonus points
from the community.
Plus 4. All right. So Seal is currently at 9 points.
Right.
So let's go ahead and look at her, the other photos that she submitted. So here's a good one from the front. It's a close up.
So I really also like just want to say that Seal, from her first, like, so not submissions, but like, obviously everybody does like their hobby progress stuff. This is an amazing paint job from Seal.
Oh yeah.
Like the
this is really good.
That Seal has shown is amazing.
And I'm not one for the bright contrast of colors. I like my stuff to be really dark, but I actually really like how this one's done.
Yeah, this one came out really cool.
The orange, like the use of the orange is super vibrant in all the right ways.
Yeah, I dig it.
Very cool. Very cool. I really I like the sword a lot.
Yeah,
like
the sword looks badass.
I'm
a rust.
I'm a big fan of the red rust base. Yeah. All right. So we are moving on to our second submission.
Oh, plus the green. That's the bright green that I like.
Oh yeah. It's like super Hulk skin green.
Yeah.
It is very Hulk green. That's a good point.
Yeah. I like that.
So we'll move into our second submission here, which is from Chalk Blama. Are we saying that right?
Chalk Blum.
Chalk Blum. Okay. This is an armiger. I believe there's also some lore along with this one.
Yep.
If, by the way, if we ever pronounce anything wrong, guys, feel free to drag one of us into a Discord chat and tell us how to pronounce your names. None of us are going to get mad about it. If we pronounce something in lore wrong, also let us know. We're really sorry. We're not going to go back and re-record it, but we'll try in the future.
Whatever their Astrades.
Hey, look, they're a house in Dune, and it's not my fault.
Atreides.
It's Atreides. It's not even Astrades.
I know it just mixes shit in my head.
It mixes together. Yeah.
I know it's supposed to be Astartes. The thing that kills me is I can say it right at like 4 times, and then I can say it wrong for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, the second you put a record
Astartes, I know.
Yeah, the second he puts record on, he's like, yeah, I know I just said Astartes. All right, click. All right, a house of Astrades. Fuck.
No, the last episode where we talked about Space Marines a bunch, I did Astartes properly like 4 times, and then the last half of the episode was wrong. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck happened.
All right, so Shock Ballon.
So Cock Block.
Sorry. Shock Ballon. That was literally a mistake. I didn't mean to, I'm not making fun. Shock Ballon.
You want to read off the phone or?
Oh yeah, that works. Am I reading this? I was just
you can read this.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say the lore for this I already like just because of the fact that he's got they he
yeah
them
yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. I like the house. Like he's got the house. He's got who he's allied with, the system, the planet. So he's on House Alpin, also known as the Bone Takers. Allied. So he's Questor Imperialis, which means that he would gain the perk of +1 to advance. Then we have system Tureen, planet Caledonia or Tureen 3, also known. Classification, it is a death world. Location, Segmentum Obscurus, Scarus sector.
What was that, man?
I love that.
Dude,
we're not there yet.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me finish this, but like, dude.
I just want
to get there because, yeah.
Yeah, so Caledonia is a primordial world plagued by giant reptiles and occasional Xenos invasions settled during the Dark Age of technology. Caledonia is a night world ruled by many loosely aligned clans gathered under a single High King. Although conflict between clans is frequent, and feuds run deep, all the clans come together in defense of the planet and the Imperium. Being a death world, Caledonia, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Death world,
that's Caledonia.
Is it? No, it's Caledina. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Caledina only export is its warriors.
So up at the top, it's Caledonia under the planet section.
Oh, really?
And then down here, it's Caledina, which I believe 1 is a typo.
Okay, so
Maybe.
Caledonia. All right, we'll say Caledonia. Being a death world, Caledonia's only export is its warriors, whether that be the giant war machines of House Alpin or recruits for the Red Shanks Space Marine chapter. These warriors provide enough income to keep the knights in good repair. I like the Red Shanks. That sounds
awesome.
cool.
Right? The Red Shanks. I do like that.
Yeah. So going down, taking a look at the armature, this is a Warglaive pattern. This is, for starters, I just love the base.
The
Like,
base is awesome.
fantastic.
That whole, like that little mushroom is adorable.
I
I
love
want that.
Dude, the
yeah.
little mushroom. Oh my God.
Yeah. I really appreciate the simplicity, but cleanliness of the paint.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot of panels on these things and they're hard to paint because of that without showing brush strokes or airbrush, things like that. So I love it. I think it's great. And the base just really ties it together for me.
Having
like
just
the little
actually
crystal.
painted one of these myself, I really appreciate it also.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun painting mine, and I can actually really see that enjoyment was had in the crafting of this paint job.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
painting white is obviously very difficult.
White and gold.
So I appreciate the white. It's more brass, but yeah, definitely.
Oh, no, I'm just saying gold.
Oh,
It's
gold,
hard to paint in
gold.
general. White and gold are difficult to paint.
Seeing like the armature, it's armature.
Yeah, it's an armature
Yeah.
Warglaive.
Oh, so seeing the Warglaive on there, like the stance is dope. You can see his hips are like contorted in a different way that where he's looking. The little mushroom and crystal on there.
He made
kind
those
of also helps
mushrooms
tell
too.
the story of like a death world or death world. And I just appreciate it. It looks really dope. It's really clean, and I think Chuck Balam did a very clean submission.
Also, I don't know if he knows this, but he's actually got it's right-handed or left-handed. And normally these Warglaives, the thermal spear, which is the gun, is in the right.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if he made that decision because he's left-handed.
That's what I'm curious.
Quite possibly.
That's what I'm really curious
I
about.
actually, when I built mine, kind of unrelated to this, because I have one large knight and two armatures, I have my armatures asymmetrical.
Yeah.
So that way, because they're supposed to fight in my little lore, that they would be together.
Right.
And they would, their combat use would be fighting together to protect the larger one. But they're like, the reason that the rogue trader brings them along is like jungle clearing, tree clearing. So it would be that they operate together using the thermal cannons to burn the trees ahead and the chainsaws to sweep sideways to cut the line.
I
So they
really
would work asymmetrically.
I really like the basing details on this. I really like the paint job, but I really like the basing.
The base is
details on
amazing,
this.
yeah.
Basing helps you tell a story, and
It does. And the colors all seem to be on the right palette together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is it's one thing to put a bunch of colors on a model, but these ones still, even though they're drastically different colors, red, white, completely different than the green and the
Probably
gray.
some color wheel action going on.
There's a nice balance of the colors across the color wheel to get it to feel all on the same planet. It doesn't look out of place.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so
Moving
Chaka
on.
Balam got about 10 votes.
You got 10 votes.
from the
Okay.
community.
Okay. So he is currently
And-
sitting at 15 points.
That is correct.
All right. So let's
Next.
move
So
on
this
to
next-
Ickbard. So these shots are great, and we used them on the Discord. Sorry, they're just in the folders, guys. First time trying to figure out how we're going to do this. So we'll move along to the actual focus picture. So we've got some lore on this guy too, don't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. So Ick decided to write, once stood the stalwart protector of the Blade of Antwar, which until recently failed to corrupt what was once thought uncorruptible. That was until the cult of duplicity's Rihati, the leader of their great cult, trapped an entire strike force of Grey Knights with Garin in tow. With the Hexfire's power increased, the cursed relic's influence, it was only a matter of time before the cult of duplicity had their greatest betrayal. Now a demon prince of renown, Garin Crow, wreaks havoc upon all known Grey Knight crusades. And it looks like he has a little demon prince action going on right here.
I appreciate that story.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was exactly what you needed. Nothing you didn't.
Yeah, it was nice. It was short and sweet to the point. It explains that he's fallen and that the sword was part of it. And then the model itself has a nice emphasis on the sword, the positioning and everything.
Yeah, and
shows that the sword is the power.
A little bit of a kit bash as well. I think that's the sword from Castellan Crow. Castellan Crow, however you say it.
Is it?
It's I think it's the sword that kind of talks to you. It's like beat your dick right now. And he's like, no, I'm too pure.
Isn't that the sword
pure.
that
and it's just like, nah, beat your dick.
Fucking what's his face? The Primarch?
What's that?
Fulgrim?
Isn't that the sword that corrupted Fulgrim that they then took from him? And then what's his face? Grey Knight Man wields it because he's uncorruptible.
Yeah, I think
because that's what he, that's the story is definitely pulled from that concept. I mean, it's corrupting.
Well, it's definitely a kid bash because I think he's got a Space Marine backpack on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of, and then there's these kind of mechanical legs. I don't know if those are on the demon model, but they look dope.
And there's even a dead Grey Knight in the base.
Oh, shit.
I just noticed what that was.
I wonder.
I had to see it from the right angle to notice it. That's cool.
I wonder if the dead Grey Knight, I wonder if it's a shell. Like that's the thing that he ripped out of. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
Because if you look at it,
he's got see it coming out.
Yeah, he still has parts. He's got the helmet. The helmet stuck to the back of the head. Look at
that.
Oh,
it's like on his horn.
It's like perched up there.
That's cool. I really like that.
That's cool.
That's almost like almost kind of like at the point of where he ascended to.
It's like the Ascension.
Yeah. So I really like that. I really like the stories.
That's cool. Yeah.
And the model tells a story too, which is dope.
Mm-hmm.
I like the object source lighting from the
eyes. Yep, I was just about to talk about that.
From the eye and from the sword. Like if you notice, there's definitely gray armor paint scheme on this, but then this purple from the sword is bleeding over and lighting the model.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving everything.
I see a little bit of shading on there.
There's a huge
on the
purple
Grey Knight
tint.
portion of the pauldron.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
So Tom actually is not a fan of ASL.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, no, I'm not.
So if you want his vote, don't do ASL.
I'm not a big fan of it. I think it takes away. It's really hard to do, right?
Yeah,
and it takes away from the model sometimes. I like this. I think it's a lot of purple.
It is a lot of purple. I agree. That's really my only complaint on it. Everything else is badass. It's just a lot of
model
color.
is fucking tits.
Yeah,
like the model popping up out of the Grey Knight's fucking rad.
Yeah, the posing, everything is super great. Yeah. The paint job is good.
The kit bash.
I love the kit bash. It is a lot of purple.
I agree. It is a lot of purple.
Pauldron. That's the chest plate.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Shit.
That's super fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. The model itself fucking rad. Like,
yeah.
That's really cool to be able to oh wow, that's sick. And as you move closer, you're seeing more and more
bits and
really
detail.
Yeah. Where did the axe come from? Because that thing's dope.
That looks like Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. Very, very
or
cool
another game entirely, possibly.
Yeah.
But I love ASL, so you'll definitely get my votes for doing ASL.
I like it. I keep it to a minimum. Like you saw when I did the headlights on the vehicles, like things like that, where they could have a daytime running mode, have those lights on, but I don't blast beams on things.
Yeah, the wet blending he did on the back of the banner also really good. Good shit. And on the cape as well.
Yeah, the cape looks beautiful.
Wet blending is a pain in the ass.
And I like the flesh cape that's underneath too. There's dual cape action going on.
He's a double cape.
Yeah,
that's cool.
He's got the waist cape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
Cool. All right.
Good job.
Where were we as far as community votes go?
So Ick is sitting at 5 votes right now.
Also, he's got purity seals on the chaos emblem.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. All right. So next up
he's sitting at 5.
Is Mullins, correct?
Yes, Mullins.
All
I
right.
believe if their purity seals on chaos, they would be renamed Oaths of Corruption.
Desecration seals.
Yeah, Oaths of Desecration.
So Mullins.
You got this one, Ryan? Would you like Kevin to do it again?
Yeah, I think if
I know you're recording and
I think if I pull up Discord, it's gonna pop into the recording.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
No, it's all good, dude.
Yeah, I got it. It's the same.
Just checking.
Yeah. So before I get started, I actually really think this is cool because it's Ahriman. And I actually, despite having never read any of the books about him, I really like his character's kind of backstory. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm kind of glad that he showed up here because it gives me a reason to look into his lore more. So anyways, let's get started. Mullins, his little paragraph description story. Azek Araman, a man banished by his own gene father for atrocities that would see the majority of his legion turned into lifeless automata in ornate armor. A man fighting against the destiny laid out before him by the Lord of Change, defying him at every turn to fix what he himself has caused. The irony of Tznich choosing the former chief librarian as his champion is not lost on many, as the Lord of Change's laughter follows Araman through his futile attempts to change what he himself has already wrought.
Sick.
Yeah. It's a good little tragedy story, and it fits really well in the Warhammer universe.
I dig it. Especially, I can appreciate you doing a named character and then basically like accentuating his lore.
Yeah.
Like not building on it, but like bringing it out.
Playing to the lore of the story.
Playing
of
to
the
it,
model. Yeah.
I like the paint job. I like that he's doing the blue and gold quite a bit.
Yeah, the classic color scheme for 1,000 Suns.
I also like the highlights on the robe. The tabard are pretty
look
dope.
at this one. The detail is fucking,
Yeah, the detail on this one is phenomenal.
Yeah,
There's a lot of small color working.
This is very
in
much a detail painting.
Yeah.
Like
The gold on the little
that
disc.
it's only a photo.
right. I want to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 Suns are definitely a challenge to paint. They're time consuming. There's a lot of detail, a lot of calligraphy.
Yeah.
Doing the blue and gold looks amazing.
That white cloak was
Mhm.
really well
This
done
is a
for
really
me.
nice purple color.
Yeah.
Blue
And the
blue
white
gold.
highlighting on the edges there to show the folds, that's some good detail work right there for sure.
Blue and gold and pale blues are hard to paint, being that's my my three primary colors for my Eldar.
Oh, yeah, it's the same color as your Eldar.
It's like people pick these things to paint like based on us.
I don't know if it was Mullins.
I really like that he got the little fiery bit underneath the disc is like that's
super
another
neat.
color. He didn't recycle a color that
Yeah,
was
it
already
pops.
on there.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
I don't know if it was Mullins, but in the Discord, he was saying that he dropped that disc on the floor and stepped on it. And it was one of the most painful things. I'm pretty sure
Oh, God,
I think it was Mullins.
Oh,
That
It's
looks
like stepping on a Lego
awful.
brick from hell.
yeah.
So where are we with community votes? Like, do we award
so
extra points for
Mullins-
stepping on it?
Look at that! Look at that fucking cloak, dude.
Mullins is sitting at 4 right now.
Okay. All right. We're gonna move
Next.
on to Daddy Fulgrim Sia.
Sai.
Sia. Do we
I call
have?
him Sai.
Do we have? Yeah, Sai. I guess. Yeah, that makes more sense. Do we have? I don't know if we have.
No, he said he didn't do a narrative.
Okay. I
Like
like.
he did the female commissar.
Yeah, and it's this is not a GW model, right? This is a.
No.
Mm,
I believe this is a print.
I don't think. I
think it might just be an
Artel?
aftermarket one.
Might just be third party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool. I
can't
aftermarket,
remember.
yeah, third party. Sorry.
like the model. I like the fact that there's no shirt on.
Well, yeah.
Just
Titties
a-
for morale.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Best way to get me to fight,
Yeah, you're not gonna run away from that, right?
right?
No.
So Sai, this is Commissar Rin Velik.
Rinvel. Okay. Cool.
So he did name her.
Okay.
Cool.
Sai, definitely growing as a painter, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's been saying like, oh man, I'm not gonna win. But we did mention like it's about growth, it's
Yeah.
about engaging in the
Yeah.
community, it's about seeing yourself progress. And honestly, I've seen a lot of progression Sai, and it looks great, dude.
Yeah.
And plus
Yeah.
the model, fucking love the model. bro.
Also,
There-
from
there's
painting
also
Imperial
some- yeah.
Guard models myself, they are like half the size of a Space Marine.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
super
So like
tiny.
all the detail you could put on a Space Marine, people are like, oh, the details are so small. I'm like, you ever paint eyes on a guardsman?
Yeah, right.
They're fucking
Yeah.
tiny.
and based on that, the contrast that you got with, I'm assuming your inking or your contrast step here into the pipe grooves is really good. There's
Or
all sorts
yeah.
of darks in the darks.
is he a new gamer?
Yeah. Sai
Yeah.
just started.
Just
Hey,
started.
just started.
Probably, I want to say a year ago. It's been a minute.
So honestly, like you're further than I was.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
way
100%.
further than I
Are
was.
you kidding me?
I mean,
Further
like,
than I was last year.
Yeah, like you can tell he's a new painter, right? And that's not an insult. No. You know, like that really is.
We've all been there.
He's way further along than I was. I was literally, for me, what stands out most about this is the use of colors. How there's many fucking colors are
There's a lot of colors on there, and you can tell it was very deliberate that each color was chosen for each part for a reason.
They complement one
another. It's vibrant. It's the base is done. The border of the base is done. Mm-hmm. The sash, the parts, the hat, the freaking could have just done a literal blue jacket. Nope, put trim on it.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I mean?
Like putting white trim on blue. That's
absolutely
not easy.
Phenomenal. And painting skin is super difficult.
Oh, I can't even do it.
And you painted a lot of skin, which is good.
I literally cannot do it.
Yeah, I'm not good at it either.
So good stuff, Sai. We appreciate the submission, dude.
The only reason I can paint skin is because skin tone literally is a paint from Games Workshop.
Right.
So
that's the only reason I can do it.
We do have a name, but we don't have lore. Do we want to do?
I think you said it was 2 for a name.
Yeah, 2.5 points or 2 points.
I think you said
2 for the name, 3 for the lore.
Yeah.
Okay, I did. And then where are we sitting on?
That's what you said.
Community points. It's let me
2.
look at the rules. 2. Okay. Cool.
Oh, it's 2.
All right, guys. So next up, we have Semi-Serious Nerd. I also believe Semi-Serious did not have lore.
Right.
Correct.
Is this the commando?
Yeah. I really like this commando. I think this is an amazing paint job.
The skin is phenomenal.
Everything about this paint job is
amazing. The orc skin is phenomenal. Really the base is fantastic.
The shading between the muscles.
Yeah. The leather looks real. On the pig. It's just everything.
The grass on the base. Oh, so good.
Yeah, honestly, this is like an amazing paint job. The mask, the blending.
Show me the mask.
Not gonna lie, this looks like something in a Games Workshop magazine.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, when I saw
this is commercial grade.
This is
the
used
for advertising paint.
Yeah, this is definitely the heavy metal submission.
Yeah, when I saw the blending on the skin, I was just like blown away,
dude. That left arm holding the pick just amazes me. The level of how you got in there and made all the muscles kind of shade on each other. It's so good.
It's really, really well done model.
Plus the model itself is dope.
It even has a little teacup on the.
I love it. It's got the little camp cup on the back. Yeah. The orc commandos are dope.
Yeah.
And actually, when I was looking at this one, it reminded me of one that I had seen in one of the groups on Facebook that I'm in. And somebody had glued the backpack on upside down.
Yeah.
and it was like, oh shit, how do I fix this? And somebody made a joke because it's like, just put all these shit falling out on the ground. So then they modeled a bunch of crap falling out of it, like stringing out behind the model.
Amazing paint job,
Semi-Serious. Yeah, that very, very amazing. How many votes did we get here?
He's sitting at 2 as well.
Change his name to Serious.
Yeah, super serious nerd.
All right, next up is Stowers. Another orc submission. This
one's real good.
Yeah, this is
Stowers. Trorkak Octagus Maragar. I think I said that right. Leading a war on a hive world known for its experimentation on its dwellers, specifically mind control through video transmission that is modified based on conversation to ensure that the citizens are constantly lethargic and always watching their monitors. Reminds me of the Batman Forever.
He's totally he's totally not subtly ripping. Oh
yeah, everybody's
he's totally not subtly ripping on the podcast or the stream at all.
Realizing his battalion was susceptible to Trurkak, insisted that they remain silent and have no conversations, thus becoming the silent ones.
I appreciate the name.
That is a very good name.
Because let me pronounce it properly. Okay. I would say that it's Trurkak Octagus Margar. And I appreciate that.
Too much phlegm on it.
So
dude, it is a good name.
That doesn't have enough
stupid in it.
Enough what? Cockney,
soccer hooligan. Sorry. Let me pronounce
it up a little bit.
Let me pronounce how you would probably like it. Truck cock octopus Margaret.
So
Truck rock octopus Margaret.
So there's a subtle
Is that better for you? I appreciate you for that name.
there's a subtle joke to the entire lore that he built. Do you guys want it ruined? Did anybody figure it out? He had to explain it to me. As soon as he didn't have to like deeply explain it to me, as soon as he like started, I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. How did I not see that?
Yeah.
You guys want it ruined? All right.
Yeah, because apparently I'm dumb.
They're orcs that are sworn to silence, and the initials of their leader is TOM.
Yeah, I figured that TOM might be a Tom.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Tom hates the voices.
Yeah, I know. It's great. And that's why I was like, I love this name.
Actually,
wondering, I'm
like, there's something to me that's inherently terrifying about an orc not making noise.
Oh yeah.
This
Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I love everything. Like wow.
Yeah.
I really well done.
Well done.
I
Sir.
really
Tom likes
win.
it. Well done.
You win.
I really like the paint job on this. I like the detail in the jewel. It's pretty damn
The jewel's
cool.
good. The detailing on the mechanical leg is so good.
Oh yeah, the detailing on the mechanical.
I literally picked up on the name immediately.
That's
I
cool.
was like, I love this name.
Where are we with community points on this guy?
100.
For
The base is really good on this one.
no,
Stowers,
base
he's
is
sitting at
multi-layering.
17.
Dude, the base, the
17.
fucking drool. Like, look at the drool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a bunch of people to join the community and hook him up with a few votes.
I'm not-
Yeah, dude, the checker pattern on the leg, dude, how clean the squig hide is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no
It's-
brush strokes
it's
there.
not-
It looks like leathery. It's yeah.
It's not my
Well done.
favorite squig style of model.
hmm
Yeah, this
I
one
like
looks,
the old school squigs.
It's a squigosaur. Yeah.
Right. This is like the newer ones.
Yeah.
This one looks
But-
like a shark with legs.
Yeah. But
Whereas I like the round,
but
fat,
it's
like fantasy style.
super well done.
This model is the one that looked like a street shark.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's
awesome.
yeah, it's I think it's like Mozrog or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It's
just honestly the detail with the drool like and the
It's
legs
super cool.
Dude, and I
yeah.
love those bases. Like those port bases.
That's what I was
It's
getting to.
so
I was like,
good.
that base looks like the fucking Grand Canyon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm like, they're fighting at the Grand Canyon. Like,
I like that it's multi-level. It's dynamic with the model posing,
Yeah.
being
Yep,
on an
one leg,
offset.
yep.
Yeah. And then you've got the grass kind of coming up the one side of the little mound that it's standing on. It's good detail. It's all very natural looking.
Yeah, and then the purple transition to the red, amazing, dude.
Oh yeah,
Really
in the
good.
mouth
Yeah.
with
Really
the lips
good
and
paint job.
everything. Super.
and the story is the best I've ever heard.
Cool.
Good shit, Stowers.
All right. So
Well
our,
done. I'm impressed.
our last submission, which I also think doesn't have lore, is from Marshall. Is that correct?
Yes, this is Sergeant Ripper,
Yep.
Jesus
Ripper.
Christ, look at the base on that fucking thing.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's some there we'll get some details. This was a collector's like
Oh, there you go.
limited
There
like
you go. Give me that one.
right? You had to go to a cafe on a certain day. There you go. There's your
Who dat?
chain sword.
To get this one,
Yeah, wasn't
it
this
was
like
a special
a-
edition model, right?
Yeah. This is a special edition model.
I got away
Special
from
edition Catachan model.
I got away from
Skin,
you
the
guys.
skin coloration is
The
real.
skin tone is good.
Like, it looks real.
The leather strap for the chain sword on the
amazing,
back
right?
is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, the chain sword and the leather strap, fucking amazing.
The
dude.
detail
even
on that
around the leg,
skull
too.
is perfect. The leather strap for the holster on the pistol, super clean.
Like I want to do
like-
leather that well. I
Yeah.
can't.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, my leather comes out like crap. The
Yeah.
buttons on the pants, dude.
Yeah.
Even on the little mag pouches, everything is just so well detailed.
Very, very well done.
I mean, the plants,
scratches,
too.
the scratches on the chain sword,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah,
Where-
they're roughing it up.
all the detail on the base.
Yeah, the plant. I mean, look at the
base
plants,
is
dude. Like,
Yeah.
the base alone has more color on it than some of my models.
So is Sergeant Ripper the name of the model, or is that the name that he gave the model?
That's the name of the
that
model.
is the name of the model.
It's Sergeant Ripper Jackson.
That's right. I knew that. Dumb on me.
I was like,
What's
where-
what's Knife Hand Captain Man?
Sly Marbo.
He's just a colonel.
He's Colonel, but he's got a name. I thought.
No, he's
Really?
not. He's not named.
Oh, I thought that one had a name too.
I don't think so. I got him in the bag.
Oh, I know
'cause
the
you
guy
picked
you're
that
talking
one up.
about. I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy with the
Dylan. It's Dylan.
The
Yeah,
dude
like,
that's
fuck
Dylan
you,
from
Dylan.
Predator.
Fuck you, Dylan.
You son of a
Son of a
bitch.
bitch.
The heavy
Yeah, no,
pushing
this
too
one's
many
great. Dude.
pencils.
The honestly, like the whole best part of that model is the back.
Yeah.
The back for me is like that leather work on that is amazing. Plus the sword itself is great.
Yeah.
And the base is super like it's really pleasing to look at.
Yeah.
It's very death worldy. This is a very, it's Catachan. So very, very Catachan-y. I appreciate
I can't
that
get
quite a
skin
bit.
that good. So the fact that you guys are getting skin that good is
It's
awesome.
annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm jelly.
Well, I mean, you can tell because of the leather work. Like
Right.
the paint on the leather is like, oh, you're really good at flesh tones.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
exactly.
that's right. This model is about the flesh tone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like looking at
Because
it,
there's so many
100%.
straps everywhere.
Yeah, the strap
and
across the
it's-
chest with like, I mean, the shirt,
clean.
the shading underneath, like the left
And it's a
titty.
small model. It's
Yeah.
not big.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No,
no,
they don't heroically scale these up to be like the size of a space marine. That is still the size of a guardsman.
Yep.
So it's like an inch and a half tall.
Marshall is sitting at 12 votes.
12 votes. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk amongst ourselves and figure out
Should we, just to make it a little more better,
Yeah.
should we like just keep it in our heads or write it down and then release it all at the same time, or just go down the line?
Well, so how are
I
we
think
doing
we should
it?
vote.
Are we picking our top 3?
I think top 3 is a good one.
I like top 3.
Okay. And then we're giving 5 points to the low, 10 points to the mid, 15 to the top.
I think we did 3, 6, 9.
You are correct. We did do 369.
Yeah, 369
in
is
the
a more
rules.
is more balanced.
Yeah,
All
in
right.
the rules, I think we did 3, 6, 9.
So let's do it this way. Let's do our third picks first, starting with Kevin. Kevin, who is your third place pick?
You're gonna put me on the spot like that?
I mean, I can go first if you guys need a minute.
Yeah, go first.
All right. So my third place pick for a lot of reasons, but mostly because I've seen a lot of improvement. I'm very stoked on some of the color use, and I definitely want to see what he's going to do in the future. Is Sai? Sai gets my third place.
Dope.
So that was
You ready, Kev? Or you want me to go? I can go.
Go for it. I'm still
so
tied.
my third place pick was Semi-Serious Nerd because he blew me the fuck away.
okay.
I don't know if he didn't.
That's Commando, right?
I'm pretty sure he posts a lot, but this one, like, I was like, whoa, like, holy shit.
Yeah, that one came and it. So just so everybody knows, I was at work, and as these submissions were coming in, I was showing to my friends who have no idea what Warhammer is, and I'm like, look at this thing that some guy painted and put in our contest, and they were just like, that's ridiculous,
Right.
Like some of these things are just blowing the minds of people who don't even understand how hard it is to do that.
Oh, 100%.
That's awesome. All right, Kevin, third place print. Tom, third place pick. Whoever's ready to go.
Go for it, Tom.
I agree with you, Sai. 100%.
Cool.
Third
cool.
place pick, Sai. Honestly, like
The progression.
the progression and having the balls to put a painting in the freaking thing.
Yep.
You know, like with Sai, like talking about, oh, I'm not going to be a guy, it's pointless, da, 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 talking like that, but still doing it. Like that, you like
It shows.
shake hands.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I mean, honestly, too, like I said, the amount of color in that, like, it's better than I was.
Yeah.
You know,
I
100%.
mean, there's arguments. There are things in his model submission that I can go, I'm not as good at that, so I just don't do it. And he did it, which is awesome.
That's how I paint. If I'm not good at it, I just don't do it.
Can you pull
For
up?
sure.
Can you pull up the picture of the models that we're talking about when we say them?
I can, maybe. Yeah.
Right.
I definitely can. There we go. That's probably
There you
not a good one. Let's go with it. There we go. All right.
So that's mine. I mean, number 3, absolutely, simply because having the balls to do it.
Because boobies.
and also titties.
All right, Kev, where you at?
I'm honestly torn because there's so many really great
Oh,
submissions
dude,
here.
no, it's rough.
This
man.
is rough.
really
I
hard.
came in this literally like no shit. I was like, I already know who's gonna win. Like I know who's getting my vote, and now I'm sitting here and I'm like, fuck.
There's so many Like all of these are worthy of getting votes.
It's your
like
third.
There's nothing in here where I'm like, that one's not great. Like these are all good models.
It is a very difficult decision. Yeah. Yeah.
And let's.
He's still trying to decide on third.
Yeah. Well, because it's just a top three for me. It's less about 1, 2, and 3. It's so I'm just trying to find a reason to justify putting one of them below the other ones.
Yeah, fair.
So just roll a diamond.
I'm about to.
But that's how hard you guys made it on us. It's literally one of those, we'll just roll a die, which obviously we don't want to do. That's just us being silly. But how'd you guys get so small?
Woo. All right, go, Kevin. Come on.
All right. Third place.
He's scrolling between two right now.
I'm scrolling between all of them. I'm literally like, fuck.
How many dice rolls are we up to on Kevin?
All right.
You're about to be banished from,
I know.
from the voting.
We need a seal's blessing. 5.
You got 3 more.
No.
I know.
3, 2.
Yeah, I got to pee, brother.
All right, we're gonna go with chalk for number 3.
The armature.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I said, these are the top 3 are really hard for me to put in order. And the only reason that this one is the least out of the 3 is because it's the largest and slightly easier to work with.
Fair enough.
I would disagree, but I will respect your opinion.
I haven't painted one.
Yeah, that's why I disagree.
Like
I painted a lot.
Like you said that the knights were kind of a pain in the ass to paint all those big smooth pauldrons.
Yeah.
Right.
But I found painting the knight and Lehman Russes to be very easy.
Yeah.
Like that comes more natural to me than painting the smaller detailed stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Like, so it's more of a,
as I said, I'm like, I disagree, but I respect your
So
making.
and like I said, it's such a close race that this isn't any less of a paint job. It's just that in my opinion, it would have been the easier of the 3.
I'm definitely not voting like this is the best paint job in the fucking world. I'm definitely voting off a lot of different factors.
Oh yeah, there's so many factors, and I absolutely love this one.
Yeah,
and it almost pains me to say that it's less than the other 2.
Yeah, well, it's not.
It's not. It's really not less.
Yeah, we're picking for a competition, and we're basing that off of our own decisions.
Yeah,
on what we feel, and really, this competition is about what each one of us is as a painter and what we're looking at.
Exactly.
It's not about the painters themselves or the painting, like how good or bad it is.
Right.
It's what we relate to.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, but like telling the story for the model and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Like,
and that's the other thing is I hate to like say, but in some of the other ones that I like didn't necessarily have stories, and that it almost hurts to say that those are higher ranking, but I like certain details on those
100%.
Whereas this one, I like other things about it, but in my kind of like trying to justify things, that's how I justified putting that one.
Fair enough.
In third as opposed to second.
Okay. So number 2,
Ryan, did you already pick one?
I picked a 3. I don't know what's going on. Sorry for those of you watching that you can only see my beautiful face at the moment. For some reason,
I was looking in the corner. I'm like, Ryan, what are you doing?
The Discord window just decided to stop. Like Discord is not. Discord and OBS are having a fight.
Oh, it just froze up.
Yeah. So you guys get their beautiful. You get beautiful profiles. I tried to fix it.
My super pale ass face.
So if I were to go with the number 2 right off,
did you pick a 3?
I did pick a 3. I picked Side.
Yeah, it's same as me.
Okay. So my number 2 pick is semi-serious. I absolutely love this model. This would be based in what Kevin just said. If we were in a position where there was lore behind this dude, it'd probably be higher up. I probably would have given you more points. Like I would have voted higher, but I love this model. I think this model is awesome. It blew me away as soon as I saw it. So this is where my 6 is going.
100%. Me?
Yep.
Yeah.
My number 2 is going to be Sergeant Ripper. Honestly,
Ripper.
The leather,
Marshals. Yeah.
Marshals. The leather, the skin tone, the base, like it all blew me away. Like I like seeing how Marshall paints when he's like trying to get it done.
To win Mark's votes, you have to blow him away.
Yes. You have to blow me. Yes.
Don't blame you.
That's a good way to win.
I wish he wrote some. I wish he wrote some lore for it.
Yeah.
I agree.
You lazy bastard. You lazy son of a bitch.
How dare you?
Another good way to balance or artificially inflate your points, not balance your points, is to invite people to our Discord server. Stowers, you found the loophole, man. But Marshall, you also found the loophole. You just have to convince them to vote for you.
Yep.
But this is an awesome model. I can totally see why this is your number 2 pick.
Yeah. And I love Catachans and I love Sergeant Ripper. That model is my base for Ripley. So I just love the model, honestly. I think a lot of my personal votes is how much I like the model.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's definitely a thing.
It's an orc. It's a Catachan that I used as Ripley. And I don't know. We'll see what's next.
Cool.
Tom, do you have a
do me last.
Do you last,
Yeah.
Kev?
All right. So for mine, my number 2 is Semi-Serious Nerd.
Oh, okay.
Because everything about that paint job is believable.
Yeah, 100%.
Like all the detail, like really encapsulates a model that looks like it's living in universe, which is something that I always try to do with mine, like to get them look like they're actually being functional in 40K. So when Space Marines are all super bright and shiny, I'm like, man, I feel like after, 5 minutes fighting in a war zone, they'd be pretty dirty. And that's why I like shading. I burn all the barrels on my guns, all that kind of stuff.
The
all the detail, the
too.
rusty pickaxe, the dirty cups,
the
busted
skin.
boots, the skin looking like it's been, in the dirt and stuff, but still green because it's an orc. It's always going to be green.
Yeah.
So it's there. It's just, once again, a shame there's no little story to go with this one. I would have loved to hear about some crumping that this guy's gotten into.
Right.
All right, Tom.
Boy.
Okay. So this is probably the hardest decision.
Yeah.
I'm so upset.
I can see Tom I can visibly see Tom upset.
No,
right now.
it's
uncomfortable.
Dude,
I felt on number 3.
No, it literally I literally came into this thinking, I already know who I'm going to vote for. I don't even have to really think
me too.
about it. Right.
Yeah.
And now I'm completely torn to where I literally want to split my votes.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to go top 4 instead, but I
legit want to split my vote for 1 and 2.
You bastards.
Yeah. So what I have to do, I'm going to go ahead since we've all declared our number 2. I'm going to go ahead and declare my number 2 and my number 1.
Okay.
Because
because it's that close.
Because I cannot differentiate.
Okay.
So what I have to do. Sorry, Ryan. What?
I said okay. Sorry.
Okay. What I have to do is I literally have to break down quickly. I'm not going to drag this on, but break down exactly why I'm choosing the 2 and then explain more or less my artistic things. Right.
Okay.
So the tie for me right now, the tiebreaker is coming down between Chuck Balan and Stowers. Yeah. So the issue that I have is that Stowers so both of these guys have done exactly what I like in a model.
Absolutely.
To the T.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They didn't go super crazy with kit bashing, which I appreciate, but that's not me.
Right.
That's not my style. I do
Some kit bash.
very little, very minimal. You guys have seen the extent of my kit bash.
Right.
Right. So they've kept the model key. They've kept it to what they know. They've created an entire perfect image with what they've made. Right.
Mm-hmm.
They've gone one step further and created bases, and not just bases, but perfect base.
A base that tells a story.
A base that is exactly what if I was the reason why, one of the reasons why I don't do bases is because I can't do it like that.
And it's you let yourself down until you can achieve.
Exactly. Yes, cool. Exactly. Yeah. So they both, and both of them knock that out of the park.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Landslide on those. The bases are phenomenal. It's
simple. The paintings, the model and paint are simple. And not as an insult. I love that. It's literally, it's what it is. You're not going crazy. You're not trying to add 50 million colors. Yeah, it's not comic booky. Yeah, those are cool, but that's not what I like. They're hyper realistic.
Right.
And that to me is what got me into 40K.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So literally what it boils down to
Yeah, I think they call it like almost like Blanchitsu.
Yeah,
the
like,
style of
like
painting.
as far as I'm concerned, both of these models are completely tied paint wise.
So,
I
what
literally
tips it over?
So what tips it over? Stowers wins my number one.
Just because of the clever.
Because what he did exactly what I would have done if I was in a painting competition.
All right.
He got a bunch of people to join the Discord.
Oh yeah.
He got a bunch of people to vote. He made a story that tied into one of us.
He did a badass paint job.
Right?
Yep.
He told Ryan about it. Like he
was
told
like,
Ryan
you
the
dumb
story.
bitch.
Like,
And I'm like, oh.
yeah,
Oh,
like
now I see it.
I like he did exactly what I would have done.
Mhm.
Right?
Fair enough.
I
That's
love
fair.
the model. Like if I had to pick the model, the Armiger wins 100% because I like the model.
Yeah.
Like that's my
Oh
favorite
yeah,
type
definitely,
of model.
definitely. And
Yeah, it's a knight. Of
Yeah,
course I'm going to
yeah.
pick the knight, right?
Yeah.
This,
Right.
like the reason why like it's second place, because literally the paint, everything about them, I like the model of Chagbalans, right? I love the way it looks. It makes me happy to look at that knight,
Oh, 100%.
right?
definitely.
It literally, I look at it
That's
and
a
I'm
feels
like,
good model.
yeah, I look at it and I'm like, my God, if you could encompass a knight, that's it.
Yeah.
Right. I look at this, the Squig Rider, right? And I'm like, this is sick. It's not my favorite Squig, right? Like
Right.
I have, but he nailed it. He
Yeah.
did exactly what I
100%.
would have done in the competition. And because at the end of the day, this is a competition. He gets my number one. Chakbalan gets my number two.
Fair enough.
Go.
I'm
Well
done
said.
with my rant.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well
All
said.
right.
I love you both. I love all of you. I love everybody in this competition. You guys are great. You two specifically have blown me away to the point that I'm upset at both of you.
I'm upset because it's so good.
All right. Who's ready to roll into their number one after Tom?
You are.
Oh,
You
I get to do
Kev,
it.
do you have number 2?
And number 2, the commando.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm sorry. My memory.
Yeah, Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
All right. So this I'm angry at Tom because this is also where I'm waffling on who I want number one because I like both of these models a lot. And like as the kit bashing guy, I really like. I want to take a second to be like I really like everything. I really like what Seal did with colors. I love the metal. I really like Ickbard's kit bash. I think it's amazing. I really like everything that we haven't specific. You know, we all talked about all of the things. This is a very hard thing to kind of figure out what I like the best and why I like it the best. And I realized that the next one is going to be even harder to judge. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm
If this is
totally
the first
ready.
one-
Yeah, this is our first one. So I think what wins it out for me is, and here I'm gonna go. I did it. I chose. I think I'm gonna go with chalk here, and the reason that I think it wins it out on me is for a couple of reasons. One, I really like the fact that it's white and gray. I don't know why, but there's something about the white and gray.
It's just
so
pleasant.
satisfying.
It's just
Yeah,
pleasant.
It is. I love the bass. I absolutely love the bass. I'm a big basing guy. You guys have heard us talking hobby episodes where I'm the one who's like defending the dioramic bases. I love the like ancient, obviously manufactured stone, but it still looks ancient. I love the fact that he hand sculpted the mushrooms. I love the little skulls.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hand sculpted
Yeah,
that
he
mushroom.
sculpted the mushrooms.
I absolutely love that he hand sculpted the mushroom.
I did not know that.
I love
I
these
think the
little
specific line
crystals.
was, I
It's
think
the
this
only
is
thing I
about,
can
was the,
sculpt.
like that was the limits of his ability to hand sculpt.
But they look
Huh.
really
Terrain.
good.
Well, again, my
But-
memory.
But
Really,
it came
really
out.
good.
It came out super good.
Yeah. So that's my top vote.
I agree.
Yeah,
right
I think
there
we
with
all
you.
agreed. No,
Right there
yeah,
with you,
that is a badass
Oops.
model for sure.
I'm gonna smack that with my hand while I'm trying to do math. All right, so I'm gonna keep
telling you.
doing math. You guys, it's your vote.
All right. So my number 1,
Oh, I'm very interested to hear that.
and there are reasons for this.
There should be.
There are reasons for me having a
Mark's
number
like,
1.
I voted for myself. Mark, you weren't in the contest.
I want the squig. I want the trophy, so I voted for myself. For 50 votes.
Right.
To Marky. All right. I am choosing Seal. Now, my reasoning for choosing Seal has expressed multiple experimentations with her submission. She went above and beyond, putting time and effort and work into this model, keeping us up to speed, doing the basing, trying out new techniques of ASL, doing a pretty hard model. That like I want that model. I haven't bought it yet because I'm like I got to paint that thing, and I don't want to half-ass it because it's a badass model. The Warboy is badass. The thing that really sold it for me was the story behind it. Inquisitor Holstein.
I like that it's linked
that's
to
pretty cool. Yeah,
exactly.
Seal did not do what was comfortable.
Right, exactly.
Right.
100%.
Totally
100%.
understand. Totally understand
Push
what you're getting
limits.
at.
She went out of her comfort zone for this model a multitude of times.
Yeah, totally.
Which
agree.
I appreciate. I like. And it's an orc, you fucking orc.
Yeah.
So Seal gets my number one.
I'm loving how this competition is turning out because you're really seeing each one of us in picking what we're picking.
Right. Why?
And we're all picking in different orders.
Yeah.
And we all have different tastes, different technique appreciations. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the variants.
And I agree with everything you're saying. I completely agree.
Yeah. And that's what I like is that we all pick different models, but
for our own reasons.
We're not disagreeing with anything.
None of us disagree
every
with each other.
point that we make for why we like these models is a valid point. So just because like one of us picks a different order doesn't mean we don't like or don't dislike any of these. These are all fantastic.
100%.
Yeah. All right, Kev.
Anything else
you're on the spot, brother.
No, that's pretty much it.
I'm glad you chose. I'm glad you
good
chose.
shit, Seal.
Honestly. Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Very happy to hear that.
My final choice for my number one pick, Monsieur Marshall.
Get out.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Right on.
At first I was like, no, I'm not going to pick the Imperial Guard model. I'm going to be on my high horse.
Dude, that's what I said.
I'm not picking the Imperial Guard model.
I'm not picking the Imperial Knight. I'm not doing it.
Exactly. And then both Tom and I had to get off our high horse and be like, damn, that's a pretty cool model. But everything about this model, like I said, it feels like it's in the universe.
Yeah.
Like this is one of those models that if you took a clever photograph and just photoshopped it into, you wouldn't be able to tell that this was not actually part of the photograph.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's with vibrant colors, but it's hyper realistic.
It's hyper realistic.
Dude, the back.
Everything.
Yeah.
That back though.
Yeah. If you put this on like kind of like in a medium distance, slightly out of focus picture of Vietnam, you'd be like, damn, they had chainsaws in Vietnam. Like you wouldn't know the difference. Like this is a model that has been painted up to exactly what the model is supposed to look like.
Yeah, 100%. It's very, very, very well done. That's I like that. Very well put.
That's it.
I was going to say that was kind of my exact thoughts for voting for semi-serious for my number 2 spot. Was it like it's a perfect, but it's interesting how Tom, you mentioned it's interesting how we value different things, like how we voted is that's very exactly what
I was just about to comment on that right now.
I also tried to vote differently than I thought everybody else would vote, so that way it would maintain that kind of like separation of everything.
Yeah, honestly, and like
honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Definitely. I mean, like Ick and Mullins. Like, I love both of those models, and that's what I was gonna say. Is like, there are probably people that are watching this or hearing this, and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?" Like I disagree.
Clearly, this other model is number one.
And it's like, you know what? You're absolutely right. Like you are looking at that other one, thinking that's the one, and you're right.
Yeah,
they all are.
And art is,
and I'm not saying that over some bullshit. Like everybody wins a trophy. Yeah. No, like legitimately, like I said, this painting contest came down to the fact that we are the judges.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we don't even know the winner yet. Like, I'm not even fucking going that far.
Right.
I'm just saying our votes are based on our votes.
Yeah. Right. Art is subjective. Yeah. Somebody can walk into the Louvre and look at paintings by Van Gogh and be like, this looks like garbage. And that's their opinion.
This isn't Golden Demon. This is Red Squig. We get down here.
Thank you.
This is
Red Squig.
I
love it.
It's funny that you put it that way, Kevin, because there is, as somebody who has education in art and all that crap, there's stuff that we're supposed to, as artists, supposed to respect that I absolutely hate. I think it's the worst art that exists. And people will argue with me about how my opinion is wrong because I'm not taking the time period of the art and the artist's independent struggle into accounting. And I'm like, I don't care. You asked me if I thought Andy Warhol's art looked appealing, and I told you no. I'm allowed to say no.
And I 100% agree.
And
I
still
get he
be
was
an
like
artist.
the punk. He was like the punk artist of
I hate
painting
the
and
color
shit.
silver sage.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's fine.
fucking hate it.
But like, cool, you painted cans of soup.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
cool. That doesn't thrill me.
So I just want to say thank you to everybody for doing this, because I honestly didn't think I was like, when Mark and Ryan were like, we should have a painting contest. I was like, I don't
Twisting
give
your
a fuck.
arm. You're like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I was like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like,
I was like,
care.
that's cool. It's probably going to be better than me.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's cool. I'm going to look at a bunch of dudes who are better than me. That's great.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, like, this has actually been a lot of fun, because I really like the dynamic of picking.
Yeah.
And we're,
You know?
we're-
So thank you everyone for doing this, because I've had a blast. and I
Thank
didn't-
everybody for making it hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was exactly. I was like,
and
thank
keep
you and
making it
fuck you.
hard.
Like,
Keep making it
like,
hard. Make the next one harder for us, as we do other contests.
Please don't.
But yeah,
Like, I have to say it. I struggled to not say
Pick
that
everybody.
Araman deserved a vote for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. Honorable
Yeah.
mention.
Like
for
you're saying,
Aaron. Yeah.
my honorable mention is the Araman, because that is awesome.
Yeah.
It is a very good model. Like, it's just, to me, it's just not dirty enough.
Fair enough.
yeah,
For me, honorable mention is going to be Ick.
okay.
Ick Bard, that fucking kit bash, dude.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Phenomenal.
man.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
it. That is my honorable mention, because
that
I
is
love
grim
kit bashing.
and dirty.
Like I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
I love the model.
Yeah.
If this were a competition based on who
Kit
could build the
bashing or
coolest
building,
model,
Just kit
100%
bashing,
Ick
that would win. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
in
and
my
we-
opinion.
And we can do that in the future. We can have a terrain competition, and we can have a
We
kit
definitely
bashing
should.
I want a
competition.
diorama. Somebody make a diorama.
Oh,
But,
that'd be
but
crazy.
to
and the
refocus
winner sends
us,
it to me.
to refocus
And the
us, since
winner
I know
sends
that
it to us. Season
two of
3.
you guys have appointments that start real soon.
Yeah. So it's
I'm
a
going to
winner.
refocus us. So I'm going to give my honorable mention point to Seal for all of the reasons that we've already talked about. But to go down the list with the points, we'll go with.
Do we want to do third place, or I mean, I guess there isn't really placing. It's just Red Squig.
So coming in fourth with 19 points is Seal.
Nice.
So very awesome.
Nice.
Fucking love it. Coming in third, Marshall at 27
Ooh.
points.
Nice.
So you're seeing how our votes swing things, how our votes and how our mods votes swing
That's why I'm
things.
glad our votes aren't super,
Gnarly.
like going with group increments of 5 would have just blasted the community votes to be non-important.
Right.
Yeah. Well, but there were, and as the community grows, our points are not going to matter that much
Yeah, right.
anymore.
True, yeah.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to
Right
beef up
now
our
we
numbers.
matter more, but it'll be proportional. We have
It'll
to
be,
right.
it'll be awesome. So
Okay.
in second place with 31 points is Stowers,
Nice.
who puts,
Hey, you know what? I'm okay. Stowers, well done.
who puts winner of the first Red Squig competition as Chalk with 33 points.
Imperial Knights.
So we will,
well done.
we will
everybody.
announce,
that was my
we'll
plan
announce
all
that
along.
in Discord.
See,
We'll
it was
announce,
torn, and I had to put him second, but he won. So that's fine.
So I'll put full points down in the we'll put full points up in Discord, and then Chalk, we'll have to get your address so we can send you out your Red Squig trophy. Marky, if you're showing it right now, I'll have to cut it in because I don't have
All
video of
good.
you guys. It
Well
sucks.
done, Chalk. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Well done.
and I'm just saying that both my top 2 picks are the top 2. Just
But
just wanted to
there
say
you
it,
go.
you know.
But
I can't choose, so I have to pick 2.
to wrap up this little tiny it's going to end up being a bonus episode that you guys that we'll release on YouTube because there's a video component. But yeah,
this is a good bonus episode.
we are looking for, we're getting ready to announce our second one, so definitely check us out.
Sounds
Check
good.
us out on Discord. Great way to get a hold of us. If you guys want to email us, those email addresses are under the Hive of Madness at gmail.com and jimdarkgaming@gmail.com. We are a lore and creative writing based podcast, and so definitely hit us up with your lore. We do have a segment where we read lore called Tales from the Hive. We love reading your guys' lore. Please keep sending it. We are we are eager to get deep
dicking
into the next couple of episodes. We also do a segment called Loris Obscurus for those of you who need a little bit extra spooky dooky. And we actually have our first submitted ghost story. My sister wrote a ghost experience down and sent it to us. So
Noir hit me up, said he's got one.
Oh, hell yeah. Send them.
Yeah, I was hanging out with him yesterday.
Send all that stuff over. If you guys want to support us a little bit more directly, we do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/underthehiveofmadness. You can see a couple of extra things that we're doing. We have some video podcasts that we're starting to drop there. That's basically just the unedited version of what you guys are watching right now, probably here on YouTube. And then we've got obviously the podcast as well. Please check out our podcast on Spotify, Under the Hive of Madness. We definitely like hearing from everybody. We like exposing everybody to our bullshit. Lastly, if you want to find us around the wilds of the internet, you can use our link tree, which is linktree/underthehive. You can connect with us on various social media platforms and see all of the cool stuff we are doing and get involved in some of our weekly mini contests and stuff like that. But that's it from us here at Jim Dark Gaming and Under the Hive of Madness. Thank you very much for all your painting submissions. There is not a bad one in the bunch, and we are super excited to see what you guys bring to us for the Sanguinilla competition.
Yes, come join. Look at our poop. It is big.